I'm being joined by Edward Yeranian, VOA Channels TV correspondent in Cairo, to bring us up to speed with some of the developments there. Hello, Ed. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Jimmy. I think no one is really satisfied with the situation as it stands. I don't think any of the Arab countries, surrounding Arab countries, are satisfied either with the numbers they're getting with their coronavirus cases or with their economies. So I'm not sure Egypt is exceptional on any of those fronts, other than the fact that it's the most populous Arab country and probably, arguably, the most important barometer of the Arab world in general. That being said, the economy, as you said, was performing quite well before the onset of the virus, the pandemic, whatever you want to call it. And now things are frozen. So it's difficult in some cases to judge the exact damage to the economy since the situation is still frozen. And I don't know we'll be able to make any assessments on a number of fronts like tourism or for permanent damage, that is, or the Suez Canal, traffic and things like that are important to the economy until after the crisis starts lifting.
So where is the government now in its fight against COVID-19?
Well, they've got more cases, obviously, than they would like, but considerably fewer cases than some other countries like Iran. We're not in a total lockdown like some Arab countries, like Kuwait, like Lebanon, like Saudi Arabia has stiffened their lockdown. So arguably we're doing better than some other Arab countries, but at the same time, of course, no one is happy, and a lot of people would like to see the whatever strictures we've got lifted more quickly.
Now, the government has received $2.77 billion in emergency financing from the International Monetary Fund to help it to contend with this pandemic. Where do they hope to channel this money to?
Well, the Egyptian media has been saying that they want to channel it to the healthcare sector, obviously, because of the crisis, to the Social Security, due to the fact that there's a major demand on its resources, and also to whatever industries that are damaged, have been damaged by the virus crisis. I guess tourism for one, various manufacturing sectors, perhaps building in some cases. But of course, that's what the media is saying. It's really difficult to actually judge where that money is going to go when push comes to shove.
Now, ahead of the start of the Ramadan, Egypt relaxed some of its lockdown measures. How has that played out so far?
I think you have people complaining that the lockdown is too strict and others complaining that it's not strict enough. So where does one judge? How does one judge? Personally, I must confess I'm totally fed up with what lockdown we have. And clearly it's not as serious as many other countries. I can go out. You can basically go out other than to the gym or to the pool. But at the same time, some people are making the argument that there are more cases, coronavirus cases, than some other Arab countries. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But at the same time, we only have about 500 casualties, and Iran, they say, has, well, the government says 3,000 casualties, and others are saying 6. So clearly no comparison there.
Now, tourism is a major source of revenue for Egypt, and that sector has been battered by COVID-19. Are there plans by the government to bring back that sector to life?
The tourism minister said in an interview about a week ago, I guess, that they were planning to reopen hotels to about 25% capacity on the 15th. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. It doesn't look at this point like it's happening. They're saying that they were going to meet various World Health Organization criteria, which is to say how many people are working in the hotel, what the laundry is like, how the restaurants will be functioning, the capacity, which they said would be 25%, and the beach facilities, since a lot of Egypt's major hotels are on beach resorts like in the Sinai. So they were clearly hoping that they would start opening and then gear that up and improve the opening in June, and then ultimately start trying to bring back some foreign tourists. But at this point, it's mostly conjecture, and I'm not sure where it's going or how fast it's going at this point.
Ed, I want to believe you must have spoken to some economists there. What are their projections for the economy?
Most of the economists that I've either spoken to or heard speaking on the Arab news channels are fairly pessimistic about the Arab world in general. Egypt, no more so than other Arab countries. Clearly, the Arab world is being buffeted by a firestorm, both by the virus as well as oil and gas prices, which have come down dramatically due to the economic slowdown in the world. Traffic in the Suez Canal for Egypt itself is down, obviously because of the virus, and also because of the quantities of oil and gas, natural gas being shipped through the canal. Military ships are not going through as much as they would normally be going through. So there are a lot of factors here that are buffeting the Arab world. Even Saudi Arabia, which is a major oil producer, their Aramco was posting serious losses, I guess 25%, they were saying. And they've had to double or triple their value-added tax as a reaction to that loss, oil price loss. So I think everyone is being hit, and economists in general sound very pessimistic, not specifically Egypt, over Egypt, though.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Eddie. Edward Yeranian, the VO Channels TV correspondent in Cairo. Thank you for your time, Ed.